When it comes to filling massive shoes, no one has it worse than Tiger Woods' kids. At 15 years old, Tiger moved the bar so high that other kids his age looked like they weren't even on the same planet. Decades after becoming a living legend in the sport, another Woods has picked up the club, and the consensus has been that it may be impossible to fill Tiger's massive shoes. Here is why we believe there is still hope for Charlie Woods. Having a father whose achievements almost transcend the sport is supposed to be a thing of joy, but when you're the kid who wants to follow in your dad's footsteps, it becomes a massive cross you must carry. The 15-year-old is still enjoying his sophomore year at the Benjamin School in Palm Beach, Florida, where he is currently ranked 1,279th in the American Junior Golf Association. He has played 19 junior events with 4 top 5 finishes. That makes him an average amateur in the age of prodigies, but unlike every other young player, Charlie has a legacy to uphold. Time without number, we have seen kids of former pros make their way to the PGA, and yet seeing Charlie Woods on the golf course feels different. As the son of Tiger Woods, it doesn't matter if you haven't touched a golf club in your life, everyone just expects you to be great at the game. That type of expectation often leads to pressure, and we know too well how players have off games when the pressure builds up. Fortunately for golf fans who love Tiger Woods, Charlie doesn't seem fazed by the immense pressure the Woods name carries. And whenever he steps on a golf course, you know something is about to happen. That's why it didn't come as a shock when the 15-year-old won the 2024 South Florida PGA Junior Cup at the Ballin Isles Country Club's East Course in Palm Beach Gardens. The event is one of the 8 junior majors on the South Florida PGA Junior Tour, and you can bet that fans were screaming at the top of their lungs seeing Junior Woods back in action on the golf course. Charlie Woods was the only golfer in his division to finish under par after shooting scores of 73, 68, 73 at the competition. Before his refreshing win at South Florida, Charlie had a disappointing experience at the 2024 U.S. Junior Amateur at Oakland Hills Country Club, where he did not make the cut of the top 64 golfers at competition. He birdied both of the par 5s on the Oakland Hills North course and struggled on the par 3s and par 4s, carding 5 double bogeys and 4 bogeys. The young Woods was frustrated with his round performance, and his dad watched helplessly on the side. Charlie knew that he had a few fans in the crowd and at home watching, so his frustration was understandable. Seeing another chance at the South Florida PGA Junior Cup, Charlie knew he had to win, and the kid delivered. In his words, "I wanted to redeem myself, and I feel great about how I played. I wanted it so bad. I felt focused, and I knew what I had to do to get it done. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do better." Hearing words like that from a 15-year-old kid might not sound reassuring, but seeing him back it up with a win proves that he takes his development seriously. Charlie's amateur career might look promising, but when you consider the mountain he has to surpass to beat his dad, you begin to wonder if it's even possible. By the time Tiger was 15 years old, he had already won the U.S. Junior Amateur, something he would go on to set the record as the only player to win it 3 times in a row. Tiger was so dominant as an amateur, everyone knew that once he turned pro, it wouldn't take long before he topped the world golf rankings. Once Tiger Woods turned pro in 1996, it took him a little over 10 months to achieve that feat, surprising most observers who thought it would take even longer. Before becoming an all-time pro, Tiger learned the ropes with his father Earl, who had playing privileges at the Navy Golf Course in Los Alamitos. Even though Earl was just an amateur golfer, he taught Tiger the fundamentals and set him on the path to greatness. Being the next generation of the Woods line, Charlie received training from his dad just like his father before him. And you could say Charlie had a more experienced teacher. When you add other golfing privileges from being the kid of a golf legend, you can say Charlie Woods had the best start possible. That being said, Charlie hasn't had the lightning-fast career some fans would expect of Woods. Once word got out that Charlie Woods would be participating in the U.S. Junior Amateur at Oakland Hills Country Club, the tournament suddenly needed more volunteers and an additional security plan. That's often the case for anything or anyone related to Tiger Woods, and it goes to show how fans expect something spectacular whenever a Woods steps onto the course. Stars like Scottie Scheffler and Jordan Spieth didn't get that kind of attention until after they won the U.S. Junior Amateur, but Charlie doesn't have that kind of luxury. He was thrust into the limelight the moment he played the PNC Championship as an 11-year-old. Having the world at your feet at such a young age is an exhilarating feeling only a select few get to experience, but it can also be a stumbling block. We have seen young stars who start out great but end up nowhere after a few years. The most heartbreaking thing that could happen to Charlie is seeing him crumble under the pressure of being Tiger Woods' son. The fans may claim to be Charlie's biggest supporters, but they can put undue pressure on him to follow after his dad's success. Tiger doesn't seem like the overbearing father who would push his son to surpass him, which makes things a lot better. Most kid golfers have to carve out their path before turning pro in order to succeed in the big leagues. But that may be too hard for Charlie, seeing the type of shadow his father casts. Nonetheless, Charlie has everything he needs to succeed, and all he needs is to build a support system that shields him from the immense pressure of being his father's son. Charlie will always be compared to his dad, and if he learns how to overcome this pressure, there is nothing stopping him from having a successful pro career. Do you feel Charlie Woods will live up to the expectations of fans all over the world? Or will he never find his footing in golf like his dad did? Join the conversation and let us know in the comments section below.